Are you truly free? This question was coming up to me today. And I have been going out for a morning walk most days. And this morning I woke up and I was trying to decide if I really wanted to go. And part of me sometimes gets into routine so much that I just feel like, oh, well, I have to go because this is part of my routine. And I laid there in bed going, well, I don't have to go. And I told myself, Donna, you don't have to go for the walk. If you want, you can lay in bed, you can meditate, you can go back to sleep. There's lots of options. And so the funny thing is, after I told myself that, I thought, oh, actually, I do want to go for a walk. And so I was walking down the street and I went, instead of going down the usual route that I've been doing, I went, hey, I have a choice again. And I went, I think I'm going to turn left here and I'm going to go down this street instead. So it was just opening to those choices and to recognizing what my choices are. And I think sometimes we live, kind of unconsciously, and we don't realize what choices that we're making or what agreements that we've already made. And I would like to say, first of all, to go so compassionately as as we do recognize these things, because, choices are not easy. And we often stay with things that, don't really fit us because out of fear. And so be very gentle, be very compassionate as always. So for example, when I was with my ex-husband, I might have said, well, I'm choosing to be in that relationship. But it was not really a choice in a way, because I wasn't able to leave, earlier on anyway. I was kind of really stuck. I was choosing to be there, but it was unconsciously. Um, so it took a while for me to realize, oh, I'm choosing to be here, and I can choose to leave. So yeah, that's the kind of hurdle we need to kind of go over. And yeah, these choices can be simple ones or bigger ones. But yeah, also using language like have to, for example. A lot of people say, well, I have to go to work, or I have to exercise, or I have to cook dinner tonight. But really, if we change that to, oh, I'm choosing to go to work, and realize the kind of consequences or the outcomes of that and what the alternative would be. When we fully realize that, we go, oh, I'm choosing to go to work so that I can earn money, so I can support my family, so I can enjoy, buying new clothes or living in a nice house. So we recognize the outcomes and the consequences of our choices, and we go, oh, I'm choosing this. Yeah, for example, I'm choosing to live by myself. And sometimes it does feel lonely, not so much anymore, but in the beginning it really felt lonely. And after a while, I started to say to myself, just really compassionately, that I'm choosing to live by myself. And I realized that the alternative of having roommates or living in a share house or something, I really went, oh, okay, so no, I'm not choosing that, and then it started becoming more conscious, like, oh, I'm choosing this because I enjoy my space and my freedom to do what I want and my privacy. So then it became a conscious choice. So it's moving it from the unconscious level of, I'm kind of feeling like I have to do this, to moving it to a level of, oh, I am choosing this. And I know and I'm aware of all the different possibilities, but I'm choosing this one. And I'm choosing this one for now. Maybe not tomorrow and maybe not next year, but this is for now. And we can also recognize compassionately that choices can be very, very difficult. For example, maybe you feel like, oh, my financial situation is kind of down right now, and I'm going to need to spend a little bit less on my groceries, or I'm going to need to move to a smaller apartment, or maybe I need to find another way of earning more money, and maybe that means compromising on something else. So life is all about, the choices and the conscious compromises that we make with ourselves. So I hope that brought you some sort of insight today. And I definitely invite you to take a look at some of the choices that you are making today as you go about your day, or think about some of the agreements that you've already made that you may not even realize that you're making. And, go gently, because we've all really, I think, in the bigger picture of things, have chosen to come here, to be embodied as human beings on this earth, and to even be compassionate with that. Yeah. So I wish you many blessings on your journey, and be well. I am a life coach, and I empower highly sensitive women. You can find me at boldnessblooming.com.